Yes, today I'm going to explain about the or today I'm going to discuss the chapter 2. Okay, that is nothing but a digital transmission. The digital transmission, why we supposed to use the digital transmission? Yes, the digital transmission, okay, it is very helpful for understanding the like the signals for easily we can convey the signal, or we can easily transmit the signal. Okay, uh, it is one of the like a good advantage of for the learners. Okay, they are going to learn the digital transmission. Here the digital transmission, okay, it is fully it is going to contain the digital signals as well as the digital data. Then what is the digital transmission? See, the digital transmission, it is going to contain different types of conversation. It may be digital to digital conversation, analog to analog conversation, or digital to analog, or it may be analog to digital, like that. Different types of conversation it is going to contain in the digital transmission. In that, one of that digital to digital conversation. Then what is the digital to digital conversation? The digital to digital conversation, okay, the digital data, it is going to represent by the by the digital signals. Means whatever the digital data we are going to send, okay, finally it is going to display in the form of digital signals. So here the digital data is nothing but it may be a zeros and ones. That zeros and ones, it is going to finally produce the signals in the form of digital signals. Okay, I'll show, okay, how the digital data and that data, how it is going to encode it with the digital signal. Okay, with the help of diagram I am going to show in next slide. Okay, and then before that, we are making use of this digital to digital conversation. We are using three types of digital to digital conversation method. In that, what are digital to digital conversation method? The first method is line coding method, and second one is block coding method, and also we supposed to use scribbling technique. Okay, then what is line coding here? The line coding, okay, it is always needed for we are making use of digital to digital conversation. But block coding and scribbling technique, okay, we may use, or we supposed to use, or we may not to use in this digital to digital conversation. Then here, then we discussed about what is the line coding. Now the line coding, okay, it is nothing but it is going to convert the it is going to convert the whatever the digital data. Okay, I told that will be zeros and ones. Okay, it is going to it is going to produce the digital signal. Okay, in the form of symbols, or it may be a voltage level. Okay, it should be high voltage or it should be a low voltage. Okay, how we can identify it should be high voltage or it should be a low voltage? Means, okay, with the help of digital data. Okay, then digital data, it contain two values, that is ones and zeros. Okay, if it is one, okay, we supposed to consider the value of one, it should be a positive, and if it is zero, okay, we have to consider the value of zero will be zero voltage. See, like that, we can we can divide the data into the signals, okay, with the help of voltage. Then see, this is what the figure we supposed to use, we supposed to making use of the digital to digital conversation. See, this is also one of the line coding. I told that line coding is very important in this digital to digital conversation. Then you look at this diagram. Here we have sender and receiver. Okay, the sender and receiver, the sender side, whatever the digital data, it is going to encoded. After that encoded result of that value, or that signal, it is going to at the receiver side, it is going to decode that particular signal. Again, it is going to send it back to the digital data format to the receiver side. See, this is what our digital to digital conversation here. Before that, the sender and receiver, it is going to establish the one link. Okay, that link we call it as a transmission path or a transmission link. Okay, this transmission, with the help of transmission link, it is going to transfer the digital data, digital signal from source to receiver or sender to receiver. Here the sender, it is going to send the digital data, or it may be a zeros and value or some sequence of value. Okay, this value it is going to encode it at the sender side. Okay, once the encoder, it is going to encode that particular value in the form of digital signal. Okay, how it is going to encode it? You look at this diagram here. The starting value will be 0. The 0 means is nothing but it should be a low voltage. See, the down will be low voltage. Okay, if it is 1, yes, the voltage will be obviously rising up. Then again 0, yes, the voltage obviously should be a come down. Like that, it is going to it is going to differentiate that particular digital data into digital signal, that is going to transfer at the receiver side. Okay, with the help of decoder. The decoder, okay, whichever we got the digital signal, again that signal, it is going to encode, decoded into digital data. That data, it is going to transfer at the receiver side. See, this is what digital to digital conversation will be happen. Then before that, digital to digital conversation, okay, it is going to contain the like a signal element as well as the data element. These all are the characteristics of the digital to digital conversation. Okay, what is the characters of digital to digital? One is signal element and second one is data element, and data rate versus signal rate. Okay, then what is the signal element? The signal element or data is a data element. Okay, here the data communication, the data communication goal is to send the data element. A data element is the smallest entity that can that can represent the piece of information. Okay, the piece of information that we that we call it as a data element. Okay, that piece of information, it is going to consider as a one bit. Okay, that bit in digital data communication, that signal, it is going to take care that particular bit, and that signal, it is going to carries the data element. Okay, a signal element, it is a shortest unit, or it may be a time base. Okay, time base we can use that shortest unit, okay, of the digital signal. In other word, the data element or whatever we need to send, the signal element or the signal element or whatever we can send. Okay, that we that we call it as a signal element as well as the data element. The next one is data rate versus signal rate. See, this is like the data rate versus signal rate. See, this is what I have I have discussed in this. Yes. See, this is what I have discussed. Then, what is the use of for the data? Yeah, data rate as well as the signal rate. Okay, the data rate, it is going to defines the number of elements. Okay, that number of elements, it should be a bit. Okay, bit of element, it is going to send in the form of ones. Okay, the unit of bit per second. Okay, we have to measure the data rate, okay, in the form of bit per second, because the signal rate, the number of signal elements sent in once, the unit we supposed to measure in this signal rate will be baud. Okay, see, like that, we have to measure the data rate as well as the signal rate. And pulse rate, okay, and modulation rate, okay, these are the bit rate, pulse rate and modulation rate, and also baud rate, okay, these all are the same, or okay, with these all are the same of signal we supposed to use in our data rate as well as the baud rate.